Right, it's first day of lockdown. Nice and sunny, of course. So I've just put the stand on, sorted out the spacers for there. I just basically put them on to make sure I don't lose the spacers and the bolts. They'll have to come off, I guess, for when the exhaust comes from there and goes down through the bottom, and I might have to cut and weld to get it to fit anyway. I've just hooked a battery up there now. We'll see. Nice spark. Soon as you put the plugs in though, it won't turn over. So I'm guessing it's the injectors from that bike. Because I swapped the injectors from here over to there, and it's cured my starting problem on that one. And now it's transferred it over to this one. Turn that off before I forget. It's beginning to look a bit more like a bike. The same this side. Spacers in. 2 spacers in the bottom. There. Master cylinder on. Clutch save cylinder and clutch master cylinder. That goes onto that bolt there. Got the tankety tank just rested there. So it's beginning to look like a bike now once the tank's on. As I say, I'll move the battery back into there, I think. And then, of course, you can see where to route the cables and the wiring loom. And the fuel lines probably have to be moved or wrapped in tin foil, stop the heat. There. Run out of money now anyway, so it'll probably take a little while to get any further. But it doesn't turn over, as I say, when the spark plugs are put in. It doesn't turn over, which is the same. Oh, look at this! As you can see, we had a bit of a storm last night, blown all the cobwebs down. So this will probably be coming indoors now. Oh dear. I might get it out again in December if we're lucky, we'll be able to get out in December. I'll give this a wash and a clean and put it indoors, I think. Anyway, but there, it's beginning to look more like a bike. I think the lower centre of gravity on this I preferred. You sort of tend to tip this one in. Oh, it's all right, but I don't think it's as good as that one. My old 695. It's just that the 695 lacked a bit in the front brakes compared to the 796 and 696. But I've cured that by putting those calipers and forks in. And a little bit of a boost with a bigger engine. So we shall see. I shall do a bit more again later. So see, well, I'll show you. First day of lockdown. Look, blue skies. Typical. That's what it was like with the first lockdown. Lovely weather, shut in. End of lockdown, crap weather. So that's England for you. Right, as you can see, we've got both bikes in for the winter, one there, and I've brought this one back in so that I can work on it a little bit. And just so that I can figure out where to do all the wiring and locate the bits and pieces. I've just hung these silencers on so as to position the exhaust, as you can see. Now, we can see this. This is the rear one, which is a 695 pipe. Now what have I done with that other one? And you will see the difference. Well, there's the front one. That's the front one there. This is an old bent one which my mate gave me off a 696, which is the same as a 796. And you'll see the difference in that there. These flanges are different. I've actually made the holes bigger on there, thinking that would go in, but I'll show you what we got here. Don't know if I can see that in there, but this thinning on the head, what is it? Yeah, that thinning there on the head stops the clamp going on. So this is a 696 pipe which goes in, but I might have to flatten that because it hits on the swing arm. So do I cut that off there and cut that off there, weld that on there? And the other thing was that is the 695 pipe doesn't have an oxy sensor, only in the front pipe. And if I put that one on there, the oxy sensor will hit the rear shock. I put these on just loosely, as you can see, so as to get the position of this, and I'll just show you that in a second. Right, that's the front pipe just into the silencers, and you can see what happens there and how far that is away. So do I cut that off there and get that up there? So I don't know whether to cut that off there and slide that in. Obviously the engine's a bit bigger. So that's my dilemma at the moment. It's a bit of a dodgy front wheel, but it's in there just to move it from the garage in the warm. The other thing I might have a problem with is the gear. Two things actually. That doesn't seem to... This is all loose. That was only just put on there to see how things fitted. Those I'll have to make brackets up to go in there or there somewhere to support, because on the 695 they go into a bolt which is there both sides, but there isn't one on this engine. I think it's going to tend to fall off of that. It's too upright. And the other thing is the gear shift. That might have to come the other, better look, see what that might have to come this side to miss the stand. I'll have to see when I get a gear shift for it, pedal. I'll say that sprocket's on the wrong way round. That shoulder should be the other way, but then it doesn't line up with the run back to the sprocket. And it all seems oh yeah, the other thing, the front forks. 796 front forks, which I had, I think are shorter than the 695 620 forks, which doesn't really matter because at my age now, 76, I have trouble getting my leg over on that other one. And when the tank's on here, I'm more in of a attack mode. I think it would be a lot better. That's just put there for now. I think it will be a lot better. I think that other, I wish I hadn't bought it really. I think it's a bit sort of like too much like a multi-strada. It seems too upright and top heavy for me. But still, yeah. The old ticker still going well. So that's about as far as I've got. I don't know whether to fix the voltage regulator up there because it's on the side, on the plastic thing on the other bike. So that's it. I'll put the tank on. Just let me see what it looks like with the tank. Tankety tank. Yeah, old socks stuffed down the intakes. That still has fuel in. Yeah. That's much more me than that one. Don't know whether to make a seat. Put the battery back there, or what to do quite. But when you see that with the tank on, the legs are there. leaning forward just right. Yes, that's much more better. That's much more better, that is. Anyway, that's so far I've got at the moment. We'll post up bits as we go. Seeing as there's a gap there, I might just put a bracket up there just to hold that there, or I might do a bracket from there up. Round headlight to go in there sometime with brackets, headlamp brackets there. I've got a set of discs on the way to fit this 696 wheel, because they are different from the 796 discs. Fittings are different, although they look the same wheel. I'm well pleased with these exhaust pipes. £58 the pair off of eBay, and they're much better condition than I thought they were going to be in. See, as you can see, that the other thing I could do with that is cut it there, lengthen it, and see how that goes, because as this bit's not got a fin sticking out, once I cut it there, I should be able to find bits. I got some more bits of exhaust. I can make a bit for it to go round there, which might be easier, because I did try that in, and it goes right up to the join inside, so there's no need to have a big thick one. But on the back, I think it does. See, all this is all loose. It's just to see where all the wires go. I'm going to sort that bloody oxy sensor out. Alright, if I can get that in. If I can get that in, perhaps splice the two oxy sensor wires in to get plug into one plug. That might be another idea. Anyway, we shall see how it goes. I was well pleased with them. They were in better condition than I thought they were going to be, and funnily enough, they're a lot lighter than the ones I took off my 695 before I put those other Japanese cans on it. These were about half the weight of that. I don't know whether they must have been clogged up. Seeing it had a lady owner before, might have been full of carbon. So I certainly cleared them out anyway. But these are super lightweight. Well, not super lightweight, but they're half the weight of the other ones that were on the other bike. My original monster. Anyway, a few interesting books here I might put on eBay. Where were the first 50 years? I think the management were given these when they closed down in the Top Shop in Leamington. International Norton Profile, Dommy Twins, and the Restoration. That's a brilliant book, that one. It's got all the specs and the measurements of all the Norton Twins. Dummy 99. Good bikes. Can't afford one though.